Okay, fine. I'll go out with you.
No, don't do me any favors.
No, I want to.
Say it again.
I want to go out with you.
All right, we'll go out.
Hey everyone, welcome to the fish tank. Now I'm a bit behind. I finally got my hands on the Yooka Laylee toy box, and oh my gosh, is it everything I hoped for and more. It basically, if you were somehow unaware and missed this weeks ago, Yooka Laylee, it's this Kickstarter game, I'll explain it in a second, but they came out with this toy box where it was basically the game, but without any textures. It was just boxes, colored boxes that had different attributes. And you basically just kind of see how the game works, like behind the scenes. It's kind of interesting. You would find a room and it would just have particle effects, or you'd find a room and it would just like have different floors so you could hear like how your footsteps would sound. This was just a fun way to make you feel like you were like actually part of development, which is great for the fact that this is mainly for the Kickstarters. It made them feel like they were actually helping them play test this game along the way. And oh my god, does it feel right. Like your character, the movement, you feel completely in control, which can be a problem in other games. And the fact that they nail it right on the head is just, it's just perfect. It makes this game so much fun, even without all the textures, even without any sort of context. This was a fun demo. But then recently, just in Gamescom, they released a new trailer, which if you were worried after the toy box, you should have no worries now, because they have all sorts of environments, they have all sorts of enemies. You have these new transformations where you basically turn into a plow truck. It just looks like so much fun. I'm really excited. And oh, the audio. So like the music is perfect because you've got David Wise, who did all the Donkey Kong Country games. You have the guy making the music from Banjo-Kazooie. And it just feels so natural. Like it feels like you're playing the next Banjo-Kazooie game. But it feels different because, so while this is the same, a lot of the same team that worked on the Banjo-Kazooie game, they didn't want it to feel like just a knockoff Banjo-Kazooie. So there's a lot of new gameplay stuff, and what I really like is that in Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo the bear he didn't do so much. He basically carried around Kazooie, and then Kazooie did everything. Whereas this time around, Yooka the chameleon and Laylee the bat, Yooka does a whole lot, and Laylee does a whole lot. Like, it's actually a team. And it's nice, like Yooka's like using his tongue to grab things, Laylee is like flapping her wings so you can glide. This is what the team of Banjo-Kazooie should have been, and I'm so happy to see it this time around. It's the little things. But what I also really want to talk about is another 3D platformer that I think was kind of pushed under the radar. I mean, granted, there isn't a whole lot out there, which is probably why it's been kind of off everyone's radar. And this game, of course, is Skylar and Plux, Adventure on Clover Island. And I played this back at E3. Oh my gosh, like this game, I think mainly for the fact that this is just made by 4 people over at Right Nice Games. It's just incredible because it has like the same quality that you see in Yooka Laylee, which has a much bigger team than 4 people. It's not a huge team, but still. Like the fact that they also have this game that like it feels nice, collecting those little orbs, it sounds right, it makes you want to collect more. The music, that's way better than any music I expect from like an indie 3D platformer. Like usually you expect something like, oh, it sounds nice, but then after hearing it more and more, you're like, okay, come on. But no, this, like, the music sounds right. I'm not a huge fan of Plux's voice acting, but who knows, that can get better. They have tons of time. But it felt right, and they had really cool mechanics where you can like slow down and manipulate time. So like if there's these platforms that are spinning around really quick, you can slow down time and hop between them, and you still have to time it right because some are spinning at different speeds. And it just makes things a little exciting. And they also have this mechanic where you grab an orb and you throw it down. And if you've played Skyward Sword Legend of Zelda, you might recognize kind of that mechanic where it shows you an older time. So there's a lot more growth and stuff. I'm just really excited to see what comes from this game. A whole game centered around that. That can be incredible. So if this isn't on your radar, please put this on your radar, put this on your queue, just put it in your wish list, buy later. When this game comes out, I'm gonna say this is gonna be a good one. This is one that's gonna be a hidden gem. So with that, that is another week of the Fish Tank. If you guys love 3D platformers and you are not at all excited for these games, please let me know. I want to know why. Or maybe you know other 3D games that I would love to play. I love platformers, and there aren't enough of them these days. You can find us on Twitter at NerdMuchCom. You can also follow us on Facebook via the description below. I'll see you guys next week. So, Playtonic Games, if you're listening, which I know you must be, I've got your next game for you. Now, I know you're hey, we want to jump right into Yooka Laylee too, and call it Yooka Laylee, or I don't know. This next game will give you a new IP. That way you're not just doing the same game over and over. This one's called Harmonica. Now, Harmo is a elephant. This big bumbling just this baloopin elephant, and he's got this great friend, Nika the butterfly. She's sassy, she's fun, she's spunky, and they team up, and Nika the butterfly makes Harmo the elephant lighter and more agile. He can jump from these tiny platforms. This is going to be the next big one.